Hey, greetings. Glad you stopped by. I see that you're looking at All In Relational Ministry. Love to tell you about it. COVID days, I wished we would not have called it social distancing, right? Maybe physical distancing. Relational connections are more essential now, maybe than ever before, as we have faced so many new stresses, anxieties, losses, wishes, hopes. The need for loving and caring for every neighbor is probably greater than ever. We all have concerns for somebody. A neighbor, a friend, a relative, someone we work with, someone we go to school with. We all wish we knew better how to help that person. I'm Lyle Greiner. I'm the National Director of Peer Ministry Leadership. And through the years, I've had opportunities to train thousands in peer ministry, both youth ministers, pastors, and probably every time I did a training, someone would come up and say, wow, this should be for adults. Thus, we created All In Relational Ministry. It's really the Good Samaritan story, but instead of preaching and teaching it, we put some real skills to it. I'm having lunch with a fellow by the name of Brian McLaren a couple years back, and we were talking a little bit, and he said, it's like this. He said, the church is he says, it's kind of like a yoga class. He says, you go to the yoga class, and there are no mats, and we don't do exercises, but we sit in straight rows, and we listen to people expound about the benefits and the importance of yoga, and we sing songs about the downward dog and the upward cobra, and right? You already get where I'm going with this. But he said, it's like that. The main thing of the church is love, but we never get around to actually giving people the actual skills to love. Well, that's what this is about. So we're going to work on some skills. We're going to work on some skills and beginning conversations, but importantly, tying those skills to the Good Samaritan confronting challenge of doing likewise. We're going to give you some ways of being intentional in claiming and using some of the simplest acts that make for the hugest difference in others' faith and life. Recognizing that faith really is caught more than taught. It is passed on by everyday models and mentors. Listening. As Margaret Wheatley says, we cannot hate a person whose story we know. Thus, we're going to look at some deeper listening skills, developing a love for listening to people's stories, both the great joys, but also their great stresses. We're going to learn how to use a helping model, one that guides people as they face their own choices, changes, and challenges, a model that helps them make their own decisions and own them and live them out, instead of us giving us good advice or telling them what we think they should do. Imagine looking at every person and your first thoughts being, what is the good I see and what can I affirm in them? Even I confess it's way too easy to get caught up in the judgmental thoughts that first flow through people's minds. If I want to change the world, if you want to change the world, learn the skills of affirming. We'll also work on welcoming and inviting skills that makes giving some practical, simple ways to invite others to come and see meaningful. You are going to name and claim the things at your church that others really want and need to be included in. All in relational ministry outcomes. I hope your church leaves the building. We want a church known for people caring for others every day, everywhere, and in every relationship. I hope your people know that they are vital front lines people to ministry. And they are so important. I hope that your church becomes a learning lab, a place that's about equipping, and a go-to place where we come together and help each other love our neighbors and to know how to do that and gain the wisdom of each other. I hope our church is known as a place with a big heart and big doors where faith is being expressed by loving others because Christ first loved us. Hey, I look forward to your questions. I look forward to helping you weave these skills into the corners of your church everywhere. And I hope that your members discover, again, just how vital they are and important they are beyond the walls of your church. Thanks. for stopping by. We'll talk more.